Frisbee Rob here with Lyndsay Doyle from Lyndsay Doyle Photography. I just got back from the World Urban Games in Budapest, and I'm catching up with Lyndsay about her project called superROLEmodels. So tell us a bit about how that got started and the inspiration behind that.
Okay, thank you. So I started about a year and a half ago after watching the Olympics on TV and recognizing that it was so great to see, women and men on the same stage and to see some sports that we don't normally see.
Yeah.
So I started wondering why there wasn't as many women on TV in sports. So I did some research and found out that, yeah, I was right. We're invisible on TV. And across mainstream media in general. Typically, women's sports counts for less than 2% of overall mainstream coverage. So
I'm sure you're expecting 20,
yeah,
25,
I was
30.
I didn't expect it to be equal. I know it's not, but I expected it to be significantly more than that. So I was very disappointed in that stat, and it kind of triggered a little project in my head, and because I have a lot of friends who are in the sports world, and I thought maybe I'd take their photos, share their stories, show them off online a bit, and my initial plan was to find 10 of them and do a little photo essay on Facebook. And what happened was when I put that out there, or put the suggestion of it out there, I was completely floored, bombarded with messages and emails of people who wanted to be involved and who shared the same passion as I did. So at that point I realized the project was a little bit bigger than I had originally anticipated, and my brain started thinking, and I think there's something more to it. So
10 people, here we are a year and a half later. How many have you shot?
I have shot approximately 70 so far.
Wow.
And still going. I think we'll hit probably 75, 80 by the end of the project. And I've spoken to well over 100 to gain some research and gain some clarity and insight as to what keeps these women in sport, what is making them stick with it. All the women I shoot are adult women, all ages, anything from approximately 20, 25 right up to about 80 so far. So these are women who are paying out of their own pocket. They're switching their schedules around to accommodate their sport of choice, and while still juggling careers and often kids and families as well. So I've been interested in their why and what makes them, because I feel if I show them off, then I call them my role models for young girls to help keep them in sport as well.
I love that, and that was something we had talked about earlier, was boys have plenty of men to actually see on TV, hockey, basketball, football, baseball.
Yeah.
They have posters on their wall, Sports Illustrated magazines, Sports Center highlights.
Yeah.
But if a little girl is watching that with her dad,
that's right,
not seeing women on Sports Center, then she's thinking, well, I can't do those sports because I'm
That's
not
right.
there.
That's right. Little boys who are interested in sports have dreams and hopes and goals, and they see these men on TV and they think, oh wow, I could be Sidney Crosby, but girls don't really have that same luxury. They don't have the career trajectory, I guess, or the dreams that the boys have. And so I'd like to see that change a little bit. I'd like to see our girls who are interested in sports, if they think that could be a career possibility for them, I would like them to think that is a viable career.
Or just even being 6 or 7 years old, saying to their parents, hey, I want to go play baseball, I want to go play hockey, I want to go try these sports.
Exactly. And I really feel that by showing older women doing those things, that the little girls will look at them and go, hey, she looks like me. If she's playing football, why can't I play football? And that's what I want to see.
And part of it we talked about is this marketing issue. So at the World Urban Games, the youth, or the Olympic movement, is a lot of focus on youth. And so as a marketing person and working with these sports federations, if your athletes are all 60 years old, then some people are thinking, well, the only way that I can be at the top is to do this for the next 50 years. Right. So it's important, I think, as well, to showcase some younger athletes, which is what we're trying to do.
Absolutely.
But it's hard to find younger athletes sometimes, because
it's really difficult. It's really difficult. And it does come down to marketing, because I think the opportunities are there across all sports for participation at all ages. But what are we focusing on? What can we do to extend the careers, or extend the love of sport past competition age or pre-competition age, because I really do think there's something there for everyone, whether it's as an athlete role or a coaching role or an officiating role. I think that I think more sports should do a little bit more to encourage longer lifespan.
Yeah, and what I love is those stats have been available for a while. It's 1% to 2% visibility, but no one's really taken. And I'm sure maybe other people have done things, we're just maybe not aware of it. But with your background, knowing a lot of athletes, you were able to sort of connect all those dots and say, I can actually do something about this.
That's
and
right.
you're saying like a lot of the women that you've talked to, and I've seen this myself. Like we can't be our own hype person, but you with a camera, with a platform, you can hype these women up. You can help them. You said women are really good at creating communities.
They are.
Right?
It's if there's one thing we excel at, it's creating community and creating support for each other. Women are exceptionally supportive of each other, but we also tend to downplay our own accomplishments. So where I have found has been really successful for me is to, when I approach my subjects and they're maybe a little bit shy to tell me how amazing they are, I'm like, write that down on paper for me, because I'm going to tell everybody how amazing you are. I'm good at that. Let me do it. Let me show them what you look like and what you've done. And then you don't have to feel like you are bragging about yourself or anything like that. So I've taken on that role for them, and it's a good fit for me, being with my background.
Totally.
I'm good at that, and I'm quite happy to be the voice for these women.
And I've seen photos and we've talked about it, but you've been out west. You've it just hasn't been a Nova Scotia thing, right?
No, it kind of grew past my own backyard. That's how I originally started, but I think I'd have to go back and see how many provinces I've got represented right now, but I would say I've got at least half the provinces represented. I've been lucky enough to go to Alberta. I'm in Nova Scotia, obviously. I'm going to New Brunswick next month. I've been to PEI. I would love to travel some more, but it's a passion project, so everything's out of my pocket right now. Maybe that'll change someday. I don't know. But I'm doing my best to create a nice representation of what Canadian female athletes look like.
I mean, you could get an RV, throw the boys, throw your husband in and say, we're going across Canada.
They'd love it. They'd love it.
Because, I mean, really, if you found this many women and you haven't really spent money in marketing and you put it out there, there's thousands of women, and this story needs to be heard. And this is just Canada. I mean, other countries as well.
My inbox is full of women from across North America who've seen it. I mean, my posts have reached tens of thousands of people. Nice. How can I get involved from Ontario, from the States? I don't know what to tell them right now, other than just keep following along, because I'm doing my best to make it as big as possible and to reach as many as possible. And maybe there will be an opportunity for me to expand it. It's focused completely on Canadian women, though, so that's where my line is. But within Canada's such a huge country. I would love to portray as many different backgrounds as I can.
Awesome. And like you said, it's not like there's one sport that's a boy sport or one sport that's a girl sport. Traditionally, it's gone that route. But it's important to encourage girls to whatever you want to try. Like
Absolutely.
Knowing that some of these sports may not be totally safe, like football, rugby.
That's right.
May not be the best. Cheerleading. Like
That's
cheerleading
right.
is
That's
a
right.
lot of injuries, but if they want to try it,
give
them those opportunities to try it.
Some sports are obviously more dangerous than others. As a parent, there are certain sports that I kind of secretly hope my boys don't pick up, but if they love it, if that's what they want to do, I'm fully going to support that. I really think that young people should have every opportunity to find something they love. If it's softball versus baseball, like we talked about earlier, if they prefer one over the other, that's what they should do. And they should never be discouraged from trying something that they want to try just because society says that's a boy's sport or that's a girl's sport.
And as that thinking continues to increase, then we can get more to that balance where
Absolutely.
It's not, boy or girl sport. There's more girls now playing baseball. We can
Absolutely. And I think the root of the problem is in messaging and promotion, and those are things that are free. They cost no money. And it starts at home a lot of the times. So, and I feel like by showing other people doing these sports and showing them as role models for young girls in particular, that's where it starts. Yeah.
Well, and the Canadian, was it 2 Canadian athletes, or no, it was a Canadian and an American athlete at the All-Star game for the NHL, and they did the skating beforehand. So that was a huge
It was huge.
thing as well.
It was huge. I mean, I can just imagine how many little girls were sitting home watching that going, wow, look at her.
I want to do that.
I want to do that.
I want to skate fast. I want to be
Right?
there. Yeah.
It's not asking too much.
No, it's not.
No.
It really isn't. So
No.
how do people find out about it?
So right now I'm on Facebook and Instagram,
Okay.
Lyndsay Doyle Photography. Easy
And it's
to find.
hashtag superROLEmodels?
Hashtag super
I like
role
that.
models.
Yeah.
Yep. And as they're completed, I'm putting them there. So I have a live album right now.
Okay.
The goal will be over the next few months to finish that album
Yeah.
up and get them all on there. Yeah.
And so you probably, you have your roster, so if people are watching this and want to do a shoot, you're not going
Yeah.
to say, well, no, I don't, but reach
Yeah.
out, tell
Absolutely.
your story.
I mean, I'm wrapping up shooting
Yeah.
very soon. There's always room for more if I feel like it would be a good fit for
you
the
like hearing
project.
stories from people?
Yeah, the stories, or if it's a sport I haven't covered yet,
Right.
obviously, or if it's someone I think has a great story that needs to be told, absolutely. Like, reach out to me.
Yeah.
My inbox is open. I love talking. I love hearing from people. I love hearing their stories. And if there's a way that I feel that we could include them, absolutely, I'm open to that.
And a little plug, you're full-time photographer, so
Full-time
if people are willing to
photographer.
pay, then you'll always do a shoot.
Yeah, Lyndsay Doyle Photography, Halifax, Nova Scotia.
I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Awesome. So we can,
Yeah.
next couple months, we'll expect to see that coming out, and really
Yes.
looking forward
Fingers
to
crossed,
just
yeah.
seeing how it can help increase that visibility. 'Cause
Absolutely.
That's the key.
Visibility
The more
is
that
key.
Girls can see, the more that women can see, the more that they
Can't
can
be what you
start
can't
thinking.
see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for
Yeah.
being on.
Thanks, Rob.
Awesome.